There's several employees and patrons of the mall who have secured themselves or hidden in various rooms, and carefully, one at a time, we're approaching those people gathering and escorting them out of the mall. I can confirm that we believe at this point that there was one and only one shooter involved, and that shooter is deceased. In addition to that, we have at least one patient who was taken from the mall with a traumatic injury, and at least two that were deceased, in addition to the shooter.
These two what?
Two dead, in addition to the shooter.
Did the shooter take their own life, or did officers?
I'm not prepared to answer that question yet. I'm trying to protect some of the investigation at this point because we want to be sure to. We want to be certain that that we do everything we can to confirm that there's just the one and that we haven't missed anything and so forth. So protecting some of that information is important.
Can you tell us what he was wearing? We're hearing about
some of the information that I will not release is specifics as to age of the shooter, what they were wearing, the nature of the firearm, and those type of things we need to protect at this point until we're certain we've gathered all the evidence and made sure that this is
Can you tell us a man or a woman?
It's male.
What can you tell us about the people that have died?
Are there any other serious injuries?
At this time, we have just the one injury that we have transported.
And that's the life-flighted person?
They went by ground initially to a trauma institute here.
So just one injured in total, not...
Stands right now, one injured that was transported, two dead, and the shooter dead.
And how can you tell us about the people that have died?
So, right now, our focus is we have nearly 100 officers here from city, state, federal, local law enforcement, and teams carefully searching the mall for anybody else who might be injured, anybody else who's hidden in there, and we will search this entire mall until we are certain it is secure and everybody has been removed.
How many people are still inside?
It's hard to tell at this point. We have already evacuated hundreds of people. There's probably less than that remaining in there, but until we search it all, I can't give you a number.
At what time was this shooter neutralized, as you said? Either shot himself or you killed him?
I don't have the specific time, but it was obviously after our arrival.
How old are the victims?
We started receiving calls at 3:30. There's multiple 911 calls. We responded quickly. We developed small teams of officers who immediately enter the mall and try and find and locate the shooting, the suspect, and those type of things.
How did this happen? Where in the mall? How did the shooter die?
I'm not going to reveal that detail at this time. Where it began specifically in the mall is unclear. There was multiple people, multiple witness accounts calling from inside the mall and from various stores in the mall.
James, what can you tell us about the people that have died? Are they store employees? Were they?
I don't know.
To the families.
I don't know.
Can you tell us their ages?
I'm not going to release any of those details.
Were they targeted Santa Clauses, we're hearing?
I'm sorry, say again?
Do you know what entrance he used?
I don't. So details about motive, method, that type of thing, I don't have that information
Do you
at
have
this
a
time.
ballpark of how many shots
James,
were
we're going to
fired?
transition right now to some other information we need to get out about witnesses and family members
So
and stuff like that.
if you are a witness to this event, we're interested in your information. So please contact the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office. You can come directly to the Sheriff's Office on Sunnybrook Boulevard, or you can call our non-emergency dispatch number at 503-655-8211. I understand there's probably many people who are concerned about family, friends, and loved ones. Be patient because the number of people that are here have overwhelmed the cell phone system, so it's difficult to call even if they have a signal. Additionally, there's many people inside the mall who don't have access to a signal, so be patient. As we carefully get to these folks, we will escort them out and make sure they're okay and get them in touch with you. If they're not released directly from the mall, meaning we release them to their car and they leave, we will transport them to the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office, and you can contact us and we will put you in touch with your loved ones there.
Can you tell us anything about the gun? We didn't touch on that this time.
I can't talk specifics about the gun, but if you want to follow this incident, you can also follow us on our Twitter feed, which is @ClackCoSheriff. You can, it's trending as the hashtag Clackamas shooting, and you can follow this information on www.flashalert.net.
How many guys recovered the weapon?
There's nearly 100 officers still here.
Have you recovered the weapon?
I think we've recovered a weapon, but again, until we search the entire mall, we want to be thorough, make sure we've got all the evidence.
Where'd you find the shooter's body?
So more details later. My next briefing will be at 6:30 here. 6:30 here.
Where did you find the shooter's body?
That's all for now. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Sergeant Rhodes with the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office, confirming that the shooter was killed, although he won't say if police killed the shooter or if the shooter took their own life. We're also hearing from the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office that 2 people have been killed and 1 person has been traumatically injured. He would not give any information about the ages, names, if these people were shoppers or employees at the mall. They're saying they don't know a motive at this point. They say they have recovered a weapon but won't say what type. We were hearing an automatic weapon was used, but they aren't saying what type. These are details that they're still working out right now. Again, they're hearing that or we're hearing from them, they want witnesses to come forward and contact them. If you saw this, that can help them piece all of this together. Again, they told us as well the shooter is a male. And something that's important here, because we have seen a lot of people coming here crying, very upset because they haven't heard from their friends and family who they know were here or who work here. Just because you haven't heard from someone doesn't mean, shouldn't assume the worst is what they're saying. Try to stay calm because the cell service here is not well. That could be one reason that you aren't hearing from them. They might be trying to text you and their text can't go through. They might not have service. So stay away from this area. They're asking if you don't need to be here, and try to stay calm if you have not heard from your friends, family, loved ones. But again, latest information from the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office is that the shooter has been killed, although we don't know if the shooter took his own life. And they have now confirmed 2 people have been killed and 1 person has been traumatically injured in this shooting here at Clackamas Town Center.